everyone. My name is Jacqueline Walliser, and I am the owner of and attorney at the Walliser Law Firm. Thank you so much for joining me today for this second video in the video series that I am doing on legal planning tools to plan for your family and your estate. I'm doing this video series because I often see clients once they are in big legal messes. However, a lot of the time, these messes could have been avoided with a few simple legal planning tools. So my goal in doing this is to fill an education gap that exists in our society where people don't know about these legal planning tools. And hopefully by doing this, I will see more and more people who are proactively planning for their families and are able to avoid these messes. So in today's video, we're going to be learning about a healthcare power of attorney. Now, a healthcare power of attorney is the legal document that gives someone the legal right to make healthcare decisions for you if you can't make them for yourself. This is the very document that my family was asked for when I was admitted to the hospital, because at the time I was unconscious and unresponsive, so I obviously couldn't make healthcare decisions for myself. This is critically important for anyone over the age of 18 because without this legal planning tool, the person that actually has the legal right to make healthcare decisions for you is your attending physician. And a lot of the time, that attending physician doesn't even know you. But without a legal planning tool where you have granted someone the legal right to make healthcare decisions for you, if you can't make them for yourself, this is the result. So I'm going to give you examples of different situations where this can be so important that we may not think about. The first situation is adult children. So as a society in general, we fail to think about the fact that once our children turn 18, we legally no longer have any rights over them. So I was reading an article just the other day where a mom received a phone call from her son's roommate at college, and her son went to college about 2 hours away from home. And the roommate said to the mother, "I think you would want to know that your son is being rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. Now, I don't really know what's going on, but I thought you should know." So obviously the mom was frantic, and she called the hospital to figure out what was going on. But the hospital explained to her that they actually couldn't share any information with her because her son hadn't given her the legal right to know any of this information or to make healthcare decisions for him. Unfortunately, at the time, the son was not in a mental state to be able to grant his mother the ability to do this. So until he was well enough to grant her that ability, she really didn't know anything and couldn't guide the doctors on what healthcare decisions her son would want to be made. So please consider those adult children. The second situation where we may not think about this is actually with spouses. So when my family was asked for this, I was married, but the doctors wanted to know if I had given my husband the legal right to make healthcare decisions for me. You see, just because you're married, that doesn't mean you have automatically given your spouse the ability to make healthcare decisions for you or any legal rights over you. So you could end up in a situation where you know your spouse does or does not want a certain procedure, but the doctor thinks that that's not in the best interest of your spouse, so they actually do something different. So even spouses need these for each other. And then the final situation is elderly parents. So unfortunately, I see a lot of adult children who come to me in situations where their parent now has Alzheimer's or dementia or is on life support. And they are wanting to talk to the doctors about what's going on. They're wanting to make healthcare decisions for their parent, but they're not able to. And now, unfortunately, because their parent has Alzheimer's or dementia and no longer can grant the child the legal right to make these decisions, they never get the right to make these decisions or to learn about what is going on with their parent. You see, you have to have a certain mental capacity to execute this legal planning tool. And once you no longer have that mental capacity, your family's in a really bad situation. So that's the healthcare power of attorney. And as you can see, it is truthfully critically important for everyone. And you want to make sure that you're getting a healthcare power of attorney that grants your agent a broad spectrum of powers, not just basic powers. So thank you so much for joining me today to learn about a healthcare power of attorney. If you notice, this was all about someone being able to make healthcare decisions for you. But we didn't talk at all about someone having guidance on what healthcare decisions you would want to have made for you. So in the next video, we are going to learn about a living will, which is the document or the legal planning tool that gives this guidance. I'm going to post this video on Monday, April the 2nd, and I hope you will join me to learn about this also critically important legal planning tool for your family. I hope you learned a lot today and that you are now better prepared to plan for your family and your estate. If you have questions about anything that was said today, I have included a link below for you to be able to contact us. Do know that you need to seek your own legal advice on anything that was said because everyone's situation is a little bit different. And finally, if you missed the first video, I've also included a link below for that video, and I encourage you to watch it because it really gives you a good basis for how this is going to go and why this is so important to me. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.